Welcome to another video here at Rick Shaves. Alright guys, so before I forget, don't you forget to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification to be alerted to all future videos that I post. With that being said, let's get into the shave. And what am I using today? What am I doing? This is a electric shaver. It's a cheap shaver I bought off of Amazon for about $25, $26, somewhere in there. It's called a G build. I'll go ahead and post it. Link for this in the description below if you are so inclined to try it out for yourself. It actually has pretty good reviews, and full disclosure guys, I've been using this for about 3 weeks, and I'll go ahead and save my full review of this particular razor and what I think of electric shavers at the end. Now I know guys, I'm usually more of the traditional wet shaving guy that uses safety razors and vintage razors, but these are out there guys. This is a shaving product. A lot of guys use electric shavers. Some guys prefer electric shavers over actual razors, especially if they have severe sensitivity on their beard and usually under the neck area. But there are some things that are different when it comes to shaving with an electric razor or electric shaver that is, counter opposite of shaving with, an actual blade of some kind. So what are those? What are the benefits of this over, a kind of more traditional, blade shave, shaving with a blade and all that? Well, for one, you can use this dry. Now this says here it's wet dry, so you can actually use it with some shaving cream or gel or something like that if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a what I call kind of a semi-dry shave, because I am going to use a pre-shave, electric pre-shave splash that has seemed for me it's really worked really good. And this is, there's traditionally two types of electric shavers. There's this kind, which is the foil shaver. It's called a foil shaver. And then they have the rotary one. This is the more, maybe I'll post a photo of what one looks like here. And it has the little round discs and you usually use it in a circular motion. Now, I've used this type of shaver in the past, and it has caused lots of irritation for me, especially here under my neck. This foil shaver is supposed to be a little bit more sensitive when it comes to that, and is not supposed to be as, I guess, aggressive, if you want to put it that way, as the rotary shaver when it comes to if you have sensitivity on your neck and that. And so, yeah, guys, so this is a very cheap, inexpensive option. Why would somebody use something like this? Again, maybe they got sensitivity issues. Maybe they're, they don't want to use a razor or something like that. Maybe they have very, fine, fair, thin, hair. They don't have a thick, coarse beard that, that they can grow. So something like this might actually benefit them. Okay, other things why. These make great travel type things, you can take these on the plane. You don't have to, if you're worried about taking razors or a safety razor, something like, well, I want to take my safety razor with me, and, but you can't get on a plane with your bag with that. If you check it, that's fine. It goes under the plane, you're fine. With this, you don't have to worry about. They'll allow you to bring this onto a plane in your toiletry bag or something like that. So, or maybe somebody wants to keep this at their office or in their car or something like that, and they're like, oh man, I should have shaved for this date, or I should have shaved for this meeting, and they pull this out and they can use it there at the office or use it there in their car. Other than that, guys, is just a shaving product, and I'll go ahead and review it and see how it comes out. So enough talking, let's get to electric shaving. All right, guys, no, I'm sorry. I did not do a pre-shave routine because this is where electric shaving is counter opposite of shaving with a razor. And that normally it's recommended to not wash your face or hydrate your beard. They say that the natural skin oils and dirt or whatever is on your face to begin with in the morning or in the afternoon when you're going to shave helps with the shaving process. Now, this is what they say. It's what's recommended across the board with most guys who shave with this kind of device. So I did not do any type of pre-shave routine. I didn't take a shower yet. I will do that after I shave and all that. So yeah, so none of that stuff. But what I am going to do is put a little bit of this on here, the Williams Electric Shave Splash, or it's a kind of like a, not a lotion, but I would say a splash. Has a good scent to it, kind of that old school, kind of scent to it. It's not, it smells just kind of clean and fresh, but a little masculine, and it has some, I think it has some green tea, green tea complex, soothing green tea complex. That's what it says. But this is from Williams, guys, and it's been around for, probably ever, and it's pretty inexpensive, so, and you could get it at like most, stores and stuff like that carry these kinds of products. So ultimately, all you have to do is put a little on, grab a little like you're putting aftershave on. Work into your skin. And it does have alcohol in there. And what you're supposed to do is kind of let that dry out. Kind of let the alcohol and all that, dissipate off your face. And then what you're left with is a very kind of, I don't want to say oily, but it does feel a little on the oily side. Put a little bit more, especially under the neck here. It's not like greasy or oily, but you definitely can feel some kind of slickness there. So you do feel it on your face. It is kind of oily feeling, if you can see my hands, they do kind of look glossy and glazed over. I like to rinse my hands off afterwards. But yeah, so it is kind of this little bit of an oily feeling. It's not like grease, like super greasy or anything like that, but it is kind of an oily feeling. And I have about 3 days worth of growth on my face here. So I know it doesn't always look like it because I got the alopecia thing going on. But let's see if this is going to work, guys. This thing's charged enough. Let's see how well it works. And if it is actually an option for somebody who's looking for kind of on the go, I need something kind of quick, or I need something I can keep at the office, keep in my car, or, something like that, because I do know a lot of guys use these and people do like them. And truth be told, I've used this for about almost a month, and we'll get to that, what I think. So it's kind of loud, guys, so I do apologize. That is definitely a drawback to electric shavers. They can be kind of loud. So normally you should shave up and down. You can go against the grain with this. You're supposed to go against the grain with it. We'll do one side of the face and then we'll kind of look and see how it feels compared to the other. It is shaving. Not really pulling or tugging too much. I had a couple where I felt it pull the hair, but again, it's a kind of cheap, inexpensive cheap and inexpensive electric shaver, and I'm just kind of stretching the skin to get a little bit of a closer shave. And I'm not applying a lot of pressure or anything like that, so if you think you gotta push real hard on this, you really don't. But here it is, kind of, you can kind of see, it did take off the hair. Yeah, it's not the closest shave, obviously. Again, you gotta know how your skin grows for these, or your hair grows, so you can kind of get that against the grain pass there. Okay, clean shave, and actually, that's actually not too bad, guys. And I think that pre-shave electric stuff, the what is it called? Electric Shave by Williams actually helps out a lot. I can obviously tell a big difference. Now there is some hair under here, under the neck area. Where I didn't get as close, but again, 3 days worth of growth. That might be a little too much for this. Let's get this side here. But it's ultimately did what it was supposed to. Seems to get under the nose pretty well. Neck area is always the trickiest part that I've seen with this kind of razor here, or shaver. And then the little trouble areas right around this area here, the kind of the toughest to shave. Pretty close and smooth though, guys, I have to say. And no irritation whatsoever. Yeah, not too bad. All right. Also, there is a little trimmer that flips out in the back here. I usually don't use it, but if you want to line up your sideburns or something like that, because this doesn't really line them up too good, you can do that. So flip it up, turn it on, and you know, kind of piece where you want your sideburns to go. You want them kind of high, you want kind of low, you want to do some detailed work. And it just snaps down, so you can just snap it down. All right, guys. Feel around real quick. Not too bad. You know, I don't think it's faster than shaving with a razor. Even if I use like a cartridge razor, I think I still shave about the same amount. But I'll tell you this, it gave me a pretty good shave. And I had to go over certain areas a few extra times because, and I can still feel some hair under here, like not thick, you know, it's not long or missed area. It's not the closest shave. I definitely get a closer shave with a safety razor and even a cartridge razor. But this isn't bad, guys. It's not terrible. It is pretty close. I will say that it's presentable, it's comfortable, and it's close enough to, you know, essentially do the job. Now I think it'd be faster if I had like maybe 1 or 2 days worth of growth. Then maybe it'd probably go a little faster, because that was kind of a 3 days is kind of that average growth that I try to get with most of my shaves. But 3 days, it still took it off. I think it'd do better with 1 or 2 days. So maybe if you wanted to use something like this as a daily shaver, that's definitely an option. But yeah, it got a pretty good shave. Now, the big difference between shaving with an electric razor and now shaving with an actual razor blade and all that is that you would do your face prep stuff after you shave. So that's the way exactly I'm going to do now. And I got some face wash here. This is from Burt's Bees. And it's just got a, it's kind of like a peppermint or mint type, like essential oils and stuff like that. And it's pretty mild and non-aggressive. It doesn't have any kind of exfoliating stuff in there. It's just to clean your face. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Yeah, that pre-shave, the pre-shave, I'm spitting everywhere because I got water, seems to work pretty good. I still feel the kind of slick oiliness of it. But again, it's not like super greasy or anything like that. Just you get all over the place with this. I actually don't mind this one. You know, I can't really use face washes that are like designated face washes because I break out. I usually break out. I've tried all kinds of face washes. I usually break out. Normally just plain old bar soap works good for me. But this one, this Burt's Bees one is actually pretty good. I don't break out from it or anything like that. Now I'm just gonna rinse my face off. Nice cool tingle feel I have going on. All right, trying to do this quick, guys. I'll say this, it did what it was supposed to. It shaved. It got me a close, comfortable shave. Again, I think I get a better shave with a razor. But that's me. But some guys, you know, might like shaving with something like this or using this as a shaving product. And you can also put aftershave on as well if you wanted to. Again, it's pretty close. You know, now that I'm feeling I washed all the oil and the pre-shave stuff off my face, it's pretty close and smooth, guys. So it got a really good shave for me. Excuse me. I'm gonna throw a little aftershave on. I got some Aqua Velva since we're using the Williams pre-shave. I'll do an old Williams, or used to be Williams, or maybe it still is. I'm not sure. Who makes this thing? I know Aqua Velva does, but it used to be Williams. You know, back then, those of you that know the history of it, used to be a Williams product. No sting at all, so that tells me that I got a really close and irritation-free shave. Wow. Can't complain, guys. You know, hey, if something works for you, now, look, I get it. Some people want to be beholden only to something like this. That's the only way you should shave. That's the best way to shave. I agree that this is a good way to shave. But I can't disagree or say that I didn't get a good shave with a very cheap, inexpensive electric shaver that I found for like 25 bucks on Amazon. Again, if you're interested in something like this, I'll post the link in the description below. It's rechargeable, has a lithium-ion battery, I believe, and I've had it for about 3 weeks, and I've only recharged it once, or the initial charge I put on it, and it still lasts. And then it has a little readout down here. I don't know if you can read that. 70%. It's at 70% in 3 weeks. And I didn't use it like every day or anything. I just, over the course of 3 weeks, I've used it maybe about 6 or 7 times. And yeah, it's, I really can't complain, guys. I got a close but yet comfortable shave, and it was from an electric razor. So it works. These things work, or at least work for me. It might not work for you, but it might work for other guys. Again, I would recommend the foil one if you have very sensitive skin under your neck. And, you know, the rotary one, you know, is, again, because the way it's designed and you kind of use it in a circle, kind of pulls and tugs on the hair more. And while it may give you a close shave, can you know, cause some irritation, especially if you have sensitive skin under the neck. But yeah, guys, the G-Build electric shaver, cheap $25, $26 electric shaver from Amazon. And it's wet, dry. It's wet or dry, so you could use shave cream or shave gel or something like that. As well as, you know, you could lather up in that, and then you know, it just comes off like so. The head comes off, and you can just empty out the hair. You can even rinse it off because it is is waterproof, or it's a wet shaver as well, so you can just rinse off the head underneath some warm water and just kind of dry it off, or let it sit and dry somewhere, and you're good for the next go around. So very simple to maintain. As far as getting replacement blades, stuff like that, I have no idea. Again, it was $26. It'd probably be just cheaper to buy another, or probably someone makes a replacement blade and you know, head cover or whatever that's called. But also too, I do recommend, if you are going to try something like this, an electric shaver, try some of this too. It works really good for me. Kind of does leave a little bit of an oily slickness behind, and it really does help the electric shaver kind of just glide over and ultimately, I think, get a closer shave. And then, of course, I just used a little bit of this. You know, I'm not really highlighting there or anything, but after you get done shaving, again, you don't wash your face before you shave. You wash it after you shave. And you can use aftershave as well. And I use some of that ice blue, and I starting to come around to it a little bit more. You know, and it you know, it's actually starting to grow on me a little bit more, this ice blue. You know, the more I use it and I smell it, the more I'm starting to really like it. It was kind of low on the totem pole for me, but it's kind of starting to rise through the ranks now. So anyways, guys, that's the shave. If you liked the video, like it, hit the thumbs up, comment down below. Let me know what you think about electric shavers or your experience with electric shavers. Don't forget to also subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification as well, so you can be alerted to all my goofy videos that I post in the future. And yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for me. I gotta get ready for work because I'm running late. I will see you on the next one. Take care and get some good shaves.